Alright, I just wanted to quickly show this character off. I've seen a few videos and stuff of people showing off a Quillrain cast on crit, and I just wanted to kind of show off like what I've kind of done with the build. Really the only difference is, I mean everything else is pretty much the same, just a cast with damage, more call, Molten Shell, the Ice Golem. Um, the only real difference is that I'm using Herald of Ice with Onslaught. Since you're using Southbound, I mean, I would say this is a pretty good setup because you're always killing things that are frozen, so Hero Device is pretty much always exploding and actually killing things, or at least that's the way the game at least seems to want to work. Like, if there's a big group of monsters and everything's frozen, everything shatters, it acts as if like the shattering from Hero Device is killing other things because it's interacting as though that like some monsters may not be frozen technically whenever some things die, so they'll be at no health and that'll take effect. Um, Something else that I've messed around with as well was using Frostbomb. For the most part, you don't really need the whole like right here your crits ignore enemy resists. Um, for the most part, you're not really using it for that, because as far as I know, you cannot minus a resist of a monster like in the negatives. I don't know if that is actually a thing. I'm assuming not, but um, with this though, you're getting the whole like they can't regen basically, and using Arcane Surge at level 1, so then that way you get the spell damage when you cast it, and with using increased duration, this lasts longer, and also Arcane Surge lasts a little bit longer. You can also use Vault Haste here. I'm not using that at the moment. I mean, overall, for the most part, this the gear here like isn't all that grand. I'd say really all you need is a little bit of dex. Well, a decent amount of dex. And on top of that, some accuracy, because accuracy is key. But right now, I don't have double accuracy on my ring. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely needed because right now I only have uh, an 87% chance to hit. So it's not the best in the world. You definitely want this to be probably at least like 90%. I mean, for the most part though, with the way the skill works, you're usually fine because the way the explosions work. But I mean, one thing that is definitely different from my build from most though is just the fact that I have a few jewels with crit multi. Um, but you could probably definitely do without these. I mean, these jewels are, well, this one specifically is about 15 chaos. This one I'm not really sure. Um, Maybe like 10, 15 C as well. But yeah, I mean, these are definitely some really nice jewels. But you know, like I said, you don't have to really have something like this. It's definitely nice though. It makes it to where feeling like of when you're hitting a crit with your spells, especially, feels a lot better because you're obviously doing more damage. Now, the one thing I would say though with playing this character so far is it doesn't really have good defenses, and that's one of the biggest problems. This is very much a glass cannon. But I mean, if anyone's played a cast and crit, especially with a QuillRain, you'll very much very much know that you don't usually have defenses typically. I mean, that's why we kind of use here the Immortal Call with Molten Shell, but even that isn't all the best in the world. This obviously doesn't doesn't keep you alive all the time. I mean, this definitely is a huge lifesaver. um, I mean, if there was some other way of having leech, that would be a little bit nicer. But, I mean, overall, I'd say this build's pretty good. Like I said, you could probably get this build up and going, and I'd say in a matter of like 20, 30 C. It's pretty good. Feels nice leveling, and yeah, I'll get into the clip, and like I said, I'll have the path ability in the description if you want to ever check out this build. But yeah, I'll roll the clip of me running the map. I'll see you next time.
from the past returns to cause pain in a place that had never called home.
My mana is spent. My mana is spent.